Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV.
Hi, I'm Geeky Sparkles, and this is Kneon.
And welcome back to Clownfish TV.
Yeah,
Live.
I hate when you do that to me. When you're like, here, you take it, it stops. Do something. And I'm like, what do you want me to do?
You were supposed to do the live thing.
Oh, I didn't know what you wanted me to do. You didn't tell me before we came on. You just stopped talking and looked at me expectantly like, what?
No, you're supposed to do the live. Because you don't like it when I do it.
I'm not going to do the live thing either. It's stupid.
So we didn't tell people we were going to do a live stream tonight because we didn't know we were going to do a live stream.
He didn't tell people we were going to do a live stream because people would be annoyed and not come because he keeps saying live and it's obnoxious.
I'm chasing everybody away. Hey, we've actually got some people trickling in. So this is our surprise stream. We actually weren't going to do a live. Yeah, we actually had a whole bunch of things where like we could do videos on all of this stuff separately, which is a colossal pain in the ass, or we could just cover a bunch of stuff in one.
And I mean, we could just do small things at once. So this is our surprise stream.
Garth, hey, would you be interested in Geeks and Gamers channel in the future? Well, I've watched his channel occasionally. I actually met Jeremy for about 5 minutes at Star Wars Celebration. So. Hello. Yeah, so we'll do a live stream and we'll cover some of this stuff here and see where we end up. So at least people are getting the notifications.
But today he is not going to speak in his gay Batman voice. I'm sorry, that was his sexy voice.
That was my sexy.
And
hey, it used to work.
And never on me.
It worked twice.
Wait, on whom?
On you twice.
It didn't work on me twice.
How many kids we got? One, two. Yeah,
two. Okay. But no, you never do that voice because I would have been like, But no, and he's not going to make comments like that when I'm trying to read things today. So if you haven't watched our video from last night and you would like to laugh, please watch that.
Or facepalm. Yeah, we did a reading of like there is no like real Star Wars news out there right now. It's all like, oh my god, everybody's so excited about the Rise of Skywalker. We don't know anything about it, but everybody's so excited.
That or it's let's talk about Last Jedi some more because
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're talking about that. That is because everybody
we finally got P.O. Box. And
which we said before, but some people missed it.
Some people
keep asking it. It's like that's right there.
So we will do like a mail call episode here. We actually got some mail.
Stuff.
We got some mail.
So
and we'd love to open it.
Yes.
Yeah. You're holding what? What are you?
The mail.
The mail. Okay. Yeah, Mr. McFeely. Mr. McFeely's a badass. He's from Pittsburgh. He's a badass from Pittsburgh.
All the badasses live in Pittsburgh.
They do. All the badasses live in Pittsburgh.
I love you.
So there we go. Mr. McFeely says if you want to send some mail to us, you can do it right there. Right there it is. Okay, now we're skipping. So we're gonna jump around a little bit.
Okay, so who saw this travesty?
Why does this exist?
Why does Teen Titans Go exist?
Yeah, so I watched the trailer. Did you watch the trailer?
I did.
Everybody.
This is for a DVD, right? Like a direct
this
video.
is a Blu-ray. Yeah, so everybody wants the original Teen Titans back. Not like this.
No.
Not like this. So they're doing this mashup of Teen Titans Go and the original Teen Titans, but it doesn't look quite right. I don't know. Something about the animation, it doesn't look quite right.
Yeah.
It doesn't look as good as it used to look. So
I'm not a fan of. I mean, I like the original Teen Titans. I like, and Teen Titans Go can have funny moments. But Squid King watched both, and he always is like, I showed him this, and he goes, "Oh, we know who wins." Because who should win? Cause
yeah, there's no comparison. It's pretty bad, but it becomes painfully obvious watching this trailer just how bad Teen Titans Go is compared to the original.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they play the whole thing for laughs anyway, And then what kills me is like the one episode of Teen Titans Go, they mocked the fans that would have loved to have had, another season of the original.
Imagine that mocking fans. I mean, come on, who does that?
Yeah, it was a damn good show.
Everybody.
And the thing is that Teen Titans, it was actually kind of goofy, kind of slapstick for what it was, but it was serious enough. And this is just straight up comedy.
Someone says, "Well, give him that Gumball's funny though."
Gumball is funny.
Yeah, I like Gumball, and they keep comparing me to Gumball's mom.
Yeah, you are like Gumball's mom. So yeah, they're doing this Teen Titans Go versus Teen Titans, coming out on Blu-ray. It's coming out on Blu-ray, and so you can buy this if you want to see the original Teen Titans again. and they're mocked in the trailer too.
Yeah, they kind of are.
They kind of mock them in the trailer. You know, so but if you want to see it, you can buy it. So I think
you
it's
sound less enthused about everything today. Is there like a reason
no?
for
I'm
this?
just
You're just like, yeah.
No, I'm just.
Life sucks, man.
Life doesn't suck. We've had a rough week.
We've had a rough week.
Darkness
and depression. I'm Batman. No.
I'm emo neon. I'm Nemo.
You're Nemo.
With a K. I'm Nemo with a K. I'm gonna grow some brushable black hair, and I'm gonna comb it over my face.
You need to do a shirt with the clownfish, bubbly Steve, with that hair and the dark colors, and they call it Nemo.
Nemo.
Yeah.
I'm Nemo.
God.
Yeah. So, yeah, this looks like trash. I'm depressed at how, like, I would have loved to had another season of Teen Titans. Like, why couldn't they bring the original back? And then I'm like, oh yeah, because it was expensive.
Yeah.
Expensive. Hey, Eduardo, thank you. Didn't have to do that. I love your little dancing pear or testicle. It's a pear or a testicle. I can't really tell.
I think it's a pear because it has a branch and a leaf. If it was a testicle, it would have a leaf in a different place. What is wrong with you?
Whatever it is really cute, and thank you.
See your pear or your testicle.
Edgelord Nemo. That's it. That's it. Hello, everybody. So people are actually getting notifications. Because notifications were broke. They were
because you didn't put the wrong words in the notifications.
So yeah, if you saw this trailer, I'm gonna put this in the chat. I can't play it. I can't play it during the stream because they'll demonetize us. And they'll take all our dozens of dollars from us.
Take our dozens of dollars.
They'll take our dozens of dollars because Cartoon Network, they're looking for every penny they can get now. Mm-hmm. They're turning over rocks. They're, yeah. So it looks like trash. I'm really sad that this is how they. That's why the sadness in my voice. I'm really sad that they finally bring the original Teen Titans back, and they make them the butt of a joke for Teen Titans Go direct to DVD movie. Like, that's garbage. That's garbage.
I lost my hair tie. Here it is.
All right. So, is anybody interested in this?
Not really.
Okay, so we're gonna move on. Moving on. What's this? What next? Original Teen Titans 2003 series become adult version like Samurai Jack. I don't know. That actually would be pretty cool.
That'd be better than Let Teen Titans Go.
Penny
Anyway.
grabbing jerk. Oh, there goes a truck. Okay. I almost did a separate video on this, and then I realized I didn't give a shit enough about this to do a separate video on it. They're going to do a live-action Final Fantasy XIV series from the people who brought you The Witcher on Netflix.
I'm sorry, I'm drinking.
Yeah, you will be.
Well, no, this is just grapefruit water. Anyway, go ahead.
Grapefruit water? Oh, okay, it's like soda. It's not actually like... Yeah, Geeky just like squeezes the juice out of the grapefruit and drinks it straight.
That's right. No sugar for me.
Puts hair on her chest.
That's right.
So, anyway, yeah.
I'll wax that in 1 million subs.
What's that?
I'll wax the hair in my chest in 1 million subs.
The Witcher's not out yet. Yeah, so there was a big controversy about The Witcher last year because there was an alleged casting call that Ciri was going to be played by anybody but a white girl. And I think they actually did pick a white girl to play her. I'm pretty sure. But these are the costumes. That's the game. It's real life. Have you ever seen those really bad cosplay pictures? Like the sad Iron Man made out of plastic bags and cardboard?
Oh my god. I thought you were kidding at first. Okay.
There's no reason to be worried about these people doing a Final Fantasy live action series. Not at all.
No, they obviously
not at all.
The quality is there. Sorry. Oh my god. Is that real?
That's real.
It's like a trash bag.
That is a trash bag.
It looked like they took like some kind of like foam and then they glued like squiggly lines of something like pasta or something on it and then spray painted over it. Or like, squiggly lines of something like really styrofoam or something.
Yeah, so hey King Leak. Yeah, so this is the live action Witcher. So yeah, they did cast this Freya girl, I guess, to be they had a big controversy over this last year, but they actually did cast a girl who could pass for Polish to play Ciri, but yeah, that's the least of my concerns. This looks like it's going to be done on the cheap, and they're going to be doing Final Fantasy.
Oh.
Good news, everybody. It's not going to look like this at all. At all. Yeah, hoping you would say it's the makers of Dark Crystal. No. He Patrol Power Rangers from season 1. Yeah, so this is coming. And why they would pick Final Fantasy 14 of all that, they picked the online Final Fantasy to do a game. And I guess we don't have to worry about Tifa's boobs, whether or not they're going to jiggle, because, you know, they went with one of the online Final Fantasies. But yeah, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. This is coming to Netflix. Just like everything else is coming to Netflix. And yeah, I was going to do a video and I got into it. I'm like, God, I'm bored. I'm really bored. I know I am. Yeah, I know, but you're not into this stuff.
No, I like Final Fantasy. I like watching you play Final Fantasy. This just doesn't interest me. But I don't know.
It would.
If it looks like what that.
If it looks like this,
that, I'm like, dude.
That's just sad. I've seen, like...
Who even thought that was a good idea? This is like, you know, budget theater. Like, okay, it's like my mom said I could take her camera. My friends are coming over. We're going to do our own movie. Quick, go get her like those rollers you can get, like that you can fold them over on itself. Put them, glue them down and spray paint it. Go grab a quilted jacket. And I don't know what else. And there's her costume, guys. Got it.
Yeah, I don't have very high expectations for this at all. I think it's going to be about as good as that Magic the Gathering quote-unquote anime. We need to come up with another word. If it's not actually anime, like non-anime or something, it's not actually...
I don't know. I would say fanime, but fanime... Yeah,
anti-may. It's anti-may.
It's anti-may.
It's not actually anime. If it's American-made and it's like CG, it's anti-may.
It's anti-may.
It's anti-may. So they're gonna have a Magic the Gathering anti-may coming out on Netflix, because everything's going to freaking Netflix. Have I seen the Wakfu cartoon? No, I haven't, but I played the game years and years and years ago. So we're going to watch Dark Crystal. Yeah, we are. Okay.
Oh, yeah, Dark Crystal. Heck yeah.
So what else we got going on here? This is a cornucopia of awesome tonight, because these are all the little oddball things that we normally would do
that we don't
separate
think
videos
require
about.
a whole video for.
No, because we can cover this in like 2 minutes.
Hey, guess what? We have a blog. It's called D-Rest.
Yeah, look at that. And Paul Rudd has joined Ghostbusters 2020, and that's actually the title. It's actually called Ghostbusters 2020.
That is what it's called.
That's not going to age well.
No.
20 years from now, people are going to be like,
he wanted to know about. He said he had to interview Vic.
I got to interview him. Oh, okay, cool. No, I'm going to talk about the Vic situation in relation to YouTube and just an observation we've had with our own videos.
And they said he got to talk to him, and he said he seems like the genuinely nice guy, and that's what I've heard from a lot of people.
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
Hey, William McLaughlin, thank you. Didn't have to do that. I love Paul Rudd, but he doesn't sell
I like
tickets.
Paul Rudd a lot, too.
Well,
because I've always have liked him in movies, but... I don't know. Ant-Man's were... I thought the Ant-Man movies were funny.
Yeah, but people went to go see Ant-Man because it's part of the MCU.
Well, they're going to go see Ghostbusters because it's Ghostbusters and it's Jason Reitman. So, I mean, I think it's going to be... I think it's going to be good. Please be good. Please be good. I like the fact that he's saying he's doing this for the fans and for his dad, so he wants to do the best version he can do that would, do right by everyone. So let's hope that's the case. But he's going to be in it, and they're calling it Ghostbusters 2020.
That is the official final name.
That's the official tape.
Because people said that can't be the final name.
It is. It's supposed to be the final name.
Well, now the official name for Ghostbusters 2016 is Answer the Call. So they're separating, like, even when you see it in the TV listings now, it's Answer the Call. Yeah, but they made
a joke about it on the Twitter. They said about he answered the call or something. They made some kind of joke about it.
Daniel J, thank you. Didn't have to do that. I read an article on Collider that they believe, you believe Collider? They believe that movies will come to an end for Hollywood. Where do you see movies 10 years from now? You'll see them in your living room.
Yeah, I think it's going to come to end for theaters anyway.
One of 15 streaming services you have to subscribe to.
That's right. You have to subscribe to all of them. And then you have to pay a premium on top of that to see the new movies. So I honestly don't know. I mean, I really wish they would stop. I know a lot of it is because, and we've talked about this before, is that they're just too damn afraid to take a chance on anything, so they refuse to spend the money.
Yeah.
That's why they canceled like the Mouse Guard movie and stuff like that.
Oh God, I forgot to talk about that. Yeah.
So yeah, it's because they're too damn chicken crap to spend money on new ideas.
Chicken crap.
But stop. No one wants these stupid sequels and reboots all the time. Now Ghostbusters they do because they ruined the last one. But they didn't want the one in 2016. No one wanted it. Now they just want one to redeem the 2016 one because it was garbage. But I'm like, people want new things and they're so tired of seeing the same old crap.
Really?
What?
Every website I go to now. I swear to God. There we go. Ad
Oh,
blocker.
there
They
you
won't
go.
let you read the site without turn the ad
I
blocker
do love
off.
Godzilla, yes.
No, I was going to talk about that. I actually forgot to talk about that. You remind me. Mouse Guard. It did look really good. There was a, was it the director, producer, he put up some teaser
It
footage.
was like a 9-minute teaser reel.
Yeah, and it looked really, really good, and it got canceled because of the Disney-Fox merger. They're not taking chances.
They're canceling a lot of things. Somebody
Yeah.
else's thing might get canceled too. Somebody who might do She-Ra might have theirs.
Yeah, there might be somebody who may or may not work on the Netflix She-Ra that may or may not
You know
have
what? They'll probably put it through
options.
because she's one of the 25 most influential LGBTQ people, so they can't do that because then that's just being mean to her.
They'll just turn it into a series on Netflix. Yeah. So we could have gotten something really cool and something original, but it again, these studios aren't taking chances anymore.
They're not. So it is what it is. I remember when we were kids, it's like they constantly was something new, and like you got the Dark Crystal, and you got like with Secret of Nim, and we had like Ghostbusters, and it was like always something new and different, exciting and original. And now they kept trying new things, E.T. and things like that. They kept trying to see what they could do, Star Wars, and now it's just redo everything because it's cheap.
Oh, here, yeah, this is actually on Twitter, so I don't think we'll get demonetized for this. But I mean, this looked really, really cool. The comics were pretty awesome. It was expensive. They said it was almost $200 million, but it was pretty far into production, and yeah, they pulled the plug on it because of the Disney Fox merger. So, this is like Highlander. You can only have like one or two franchises.
It's ridiculous. And then, but Disney owns all the franchises, and they keep eating themselves. So it's just like, it's just ridiculous. So anyway. Anyway.
So let's go back to
where are our avatars? Someone wanted to know.
Where are our avatars?
Did you not turn them on again?
Oh my God, didn't I?
I gotta tell you, he has had to redo things so many times because he keeps doing this. He either turns them on, turns them off, puts the wrong bubble up.
Oh my God! No, I'm just. We're
Apparently
trying to do.
I don't speak.
We're trying to do too many things. There we are. Yeah, we're trying to do too many things.
I saw the new Charlie's Angels thing. Yeah.
We're right here. Here we are.
There we are.
Oh my God! So now everybody knows. Now everybody knows what I've got on my desktop here.
Great. Was there anything bad on there?
No, there wasn't anything bad. You can see what I got. All my streaming junk and all that stuff. So nothing bad. I hid the porn before we started streaming.
Except he doesn't. But go ahead.
Except I don't.
Except you don't look at the porn.
I don't look at the porn. Just Star Wars articles.
That was bad. That was enough. Okay.
Okay, so I'm really sorry about that. Yeah, because what happened the other night was I had the avatars on, and then right after a live stream, we went to record a regular video, and I still had them on because I forgot to toggle them off and on.
This is a problem.
Because we're doing too many videos. That's what the problem is. We're
right.
Slamming through stuff. I didn't say porn. Did I say porn? No, I'm gonna get demonetized. Speaking of which, oh my God, don't look at that. Here, we'll hide it. Here, we'll just bring you guys over there. There we go. We'll just hide it. We'll hide it. One angry gamer.
Corn. That's right. We said corn.
Yeah. Emo Neon wanted to hide from the world.
That's
William
right.
McLaughlin. Anyway, so.
Oh, he didn't do it. Thank you. You didn't have to do that.
You didn't have to do that.
Anyway, go ahead.
You didn't have to do that. No.
What is wrong with you today?
I'm hot. I'm very hot.
You're
My
just
brain's
being
cooking.
very I don't know. You've been very monotone and no fun at all.
Well, okay. The truth is we have a lot going on in the real world, and there's a lot of stuff going on that I don't think we can talk about. People followed us on Twitter.
We can't later. We can't yet.
We can't. Yeah, we had a pretty crushing blow.
I don't want to say it was crushing.
Well, it wasn't fun.
No.
A pinch maybe. I don't know. It wasn't very fun. We had a situation happen within the last couple months where we basically had something we worked very hard on for a very long time.
Be handed over to mommy bloggers.
Yeah.
Long and short of it.
Get taken from us. It got taken from us.
Leave it at that. And
yeah,
move forward.
we'll leave it. We'll leave it at that. Not real happy. So that's been weighing on our mind.
Well, mostly you, because you just keep obsessing about it. Anyway,
I'm angry. I'm very
angry.
angry.
So let's talk about this because this is important.
Okay, so this is important.
Something these guys probably have noticed.
Yeah, I had a conversation with some other YouTubers via Twitter the other day, and I thought it was very interesting. Anytime we do a video dealing with two subjects, the videos get demonetized immediately, and then we have to appeal them, and they usually get reverted within an hour or so. because we haven't done anything wrong. But anything to deal with Vic Mignogna, even just like, hey, we're reading an article on Vic Mignogna from another news site and we're being unbiased, those videos immediately get demonetized. Also with anything associated with Comicsgate, even if we don't actually call it Comicsgate, if we just talk about comic book sales numbers or people associated with Comicsgate like Ethan Van Sciver or whatever, those videos also get demonetized almost immediately.
Well, so do the ones when we do anything with DreamWorks She-Ra, and it's like anything talking about a trailer or anything, they try to pull that crap on that right away too.
Yeah, they don't do that so much anymore, but it definitely happens with the Vic videos. It definitely happens with some of the comic book videos, and we've gotten several of them back. We've gotten most of them back. I think we got all of them back. I think the only one we didn't get back was one where we talked in specifics about the lawsuit, because in that case they're like, they don't want legal stuff to be monetized, whatever. But it's weird. It's like either somebody is watching these channels trying to flag stuff, to get YouTube to take away monetization, or YouTube has something set up in the algorithm to catch certain buzzwords. There's something like going on. Vic Mignogna, it's very, very weird.
Now I want to say real quick before you go into this that Dick McBiz said, "Watch your Star Wars sexy video today. I was dying. Neon had me cracking up. Me too, which is why I couldn't speak when I was trying to do the video, and he wouldn't stop. And there should have been video of that, because he was making the weirdest faces, and he was like rubbing his chest and making these joke moves and stuff, and it just was even worse when you're sitting next to him and he's doing that on top of you trying to read. Literally almost wet myself. Go ahead.
This is, hey, you're Andrew, thank you. You didn't have to do that. If they demonetize anyone they don't like politically, is that against discrimination laws?
We don't even, we really love.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like, I think it's just certain topics they don't like. And I know that there are, the government's looking into it, because they're like, Google's got entirely too much.
Yeah, it is a little bit of a problem.
It's weird. It's
like everybody's trying to control an election is what this whole thing's about. But go ahead.
Karate Sumatai, I'm sorry, Karate Sumatai, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. Thank you very much. Love you guys and great content. Final Fantasy VIII is trash. I like Final Fantasy VIII.
Oh yeah, he does. He'll fight you on
I
that
do.
one.
Now it's kind of weird that you like suck the magic out of monsters and then you like add it to your stats. I always thought that was kind of
That's
odd.
what I do. I suck the magic out of everything and add it to myself. I'm full of it.
He sucks, and now she's full of magic. She's full of magics.
That's right.
But yeah, it's interesting though. This came up. I mean, literally, we didn't really talk about it too much. We had private conversations with some other YouTubers about this, and it came up on One Angry Gamer. And like I said, it doesn't happen to us very often. It's only 2 subject areas. Like, we could literally do videos about anything else, but if it deals with Vic Mignogna or it deals with comics or Comicsgate, immediately the video is demonetized until we request a manual review.
Which we always get reversed.
And we always get reversed. So I'm like, either somebody's, stalking the channel and flagging the videos, or there's something in the algorithm that's picking up on it. But we don't do a lot of big videos. We did kind of at the beginning, but the news has been kind of slow, and we don't want to really go down the rabbit hole of, following people on Twitter. That's not really what we do. But I thought it was really interesting, worth mentioning this, though. So, some folks met him at Comic-Con Ireland. Cool.
Yeah, that's what I heard. We actually never were at a con at the same time he was. We were at cons with different voice actors. He was not one of the ones we were at a con with, even though he was the same cons after us. Everybody I ever talked to said how nice he is. So I don't know. I don't get it. But
yeah, it's going to be up to the
let
courts.
The courts decide. It's not our place to try to figure it out.
I just think it's really interesting. There are several YouTubers that do cover the Vic Mignogna situation pretty thoroughly, and they're talking. I guess Hero Hay is talking that he's not getting nearly the traffic. I don't think it's people are losing interest. I think it's that the videos are just not getting recommended.
Yeah,
like
that's
they
what
used
I
to.
think's going on too.
Rob Zombie, thank you. Didn't have to do that. I just wanted to say thank you again for the video. Where to print comics? Good. I know a small thing, but it really helps me out. We're trying. We're gonna try to do more.
I think we're gonna do another comic one tomorrow. We were talking about doing another comic video on
we want
comic creation.
Get more into
there's
that.
questions people sent, so I think we're gonna do that tomorrow. So watch for that. I want to say someone asked if we mentioned anything about that Star Wars girl sister. We did post it on Twitter.
We have. Yeah, I feel. God, I can't even imagine what she's going through.
No, it's horrible.
I met her for a couple of minutes at Celebration. She seemed nice. I don't neither one of us know her very well, but we do what we can do on Twitter. I don't know if anyone's reached out to the media yet. I mean, there are a lot of TV stations. You think that
I don't know,
hopefully
but
somebody.
So you don't know what's going on. You can go to Twitter and you can look at there, and there's just pictures and stuff up, and they're trying to find her sister.
Her sister's been missing for what, like 3 or 4 days now?
Like 4 days, I think.
Yeah. God, that's scary. That's scary. Daniel J, thank you. Didn't have to do that. Let's pray that tariffs don't hurt the gaming industry.
Did you hear about that?
No.
Oh, you didn't hear about this?
No.
Oh my gosh, Squid King's been talking about it. Okay, so apparently they want to put like extra taxes and things on games that are like, violent content or things like that, because that's going to fix everything if we take away the scary games or we pay more for them.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's more to it than that, but that's what he was talking to me about in regards to it.
Well, I know a lot of the bigger YouTubers now, like Game Theory, they're starting to fight back now
against the
censorship and the filters and what's going to happen is it's going to get to a place where there's not going to be any financial incentive for any, but like Google is shooting itself in the foot. There's not going to be any incentive for anyone, to be able to make content on YouTube, because now they're talking, with all the stuff with the copyright, you can't use anything that's potentially copyrighted. You can't do anything that's too scary. You can't do anything that's potentially political. You can't do anything controversial. It's like, what the hell are you going to do on YouTube? What, cat videos?
I like
cat videos all day. Are we going back to cat videos now?
Videos.
Is that what we're doing? I mean, God. The plan is to kill incentive. Well, then YouTube goes out of business. So it's not beneficial to them to do that.
No, it's really stupid. I mean, quite frankly, it's just dumb. It's just not smart.
So they said they actually have different categories now, they think, for hateful content and borderline content. So it seems like there are certain types of videos that get sort of lumped into the borderline category.
And what, do they have like a guideline for this?
No,
or is it
of
like
course
whatever
not.
we feel like that day?
Yeah. Of course not. There's no, it's like everything else with Google. It's mysterious and, like even YouTube, like you could be in violation of something. They won't tell you exactly what the problem is. And you're just basically subject to
guess,
their whims. Yeah. You have to guess.
You have to fix it. Okay. What is it?
Fix
what?
Yeah. It's like with AdSense. Like if you get banned from AdSense, it's like, well, you should have known what you did. And you tell us what you did and we'll tell you if you can get your AdSense back.
Yeah. And it's ridiculous.
It's like, I don't know. Crazy. All right. What else we got here?
I don't know. You tell me.
Thor's hammer. The inscription is changing. Used to be. Where's the original? Whosoever holds this hammer, if he be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor. I don't think they actually had that font in Asgard. But here we go. Now it's whosoever holds this hammer, if they be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor.
That's right. So now it's open to everyone.
Everybody can be Thor.
Everybody can go try picking up the hammer now. Doesn't matter what you have between your legs. Apparently, anyone can hold the hammer, which I thought was kind of very interesting.
Doesn't matter what you have between your legs. Anybody can hold the hammer.
That's right. See, you heard it here first.
Anybody can hold the hammer.
I bet you I can hold the hammer.
You've held the hammer before. You've held it pretty good too. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Thor's hammer.
Okay, I'm talking about...
Or the hammer downstairs that I use to fix things around the house. Yeah. I do fix things around the house.
She does fix things around the house.
I'm the one who fixes
very handy.
I'm very handy.
She's very handy. I guess I can hide the sidebar now because, one angry gamer, no offense to one angry gamer, but there's lots of boobies on their
They have that one. They have that one image of Diva, and she's got a camel toe, and I'm just like, okay, no one can wear that outfit comfortably. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the change seems meaningless. Yeah, it does. They've already had a female Thor.
I know, it does seem... It's like, what's the point? I think it was already understood. I mean, I never thought I couldn't hold the hammer because it didn't say I could, specifically.
No, that's Carol's going to hold that hammer.
That's what I'm telling you. I think they did it so that they can make... So Carol can pick up the hammer.
We were talking about that before we started this. Carol's going to hold the hammer.
Yep, Carol's going to hold the hammer. We all know it.
Yep. Okay.
They said in the old language, he refers to a man or a woman. Gendered language... You closed it. I was reading.
I thought... Okay.
Said in old language he refers to a man or a woman. Gendered language in Celtic and language came later where romantic languages were spread to them. Yeah, it happened a lot. Like they said man, it was meant for men and women. It wasn't just, men specifically, women specifically. They're just making mountains out of molehills. Why, Geeky, why holds the hammer? I will hold the hammer, dang it.
She will hold the hammer.
I will own that hammer. Oh, so but Stranger Things is out next Thursday. I know.
Yeah,
we're excited.
Gotta work.
We have to work all next week, so we won't get to watch it, but our kids will. So.
Yeah, don't spoil it.
Yeah.
If we come home and Squid King's got a single tear running down his cheek.
Actually, it's so funny because where we're going to be, I'm half tempted to download it onto my iPad if I can. Yeah, you tell me. Well, watch those be the shows you can't download and take with you. So anyway.
Yeah. Okay. What else we got? Okay. So speaking of comics, we'll cover this real quick. We talked a little bit about Oni Press, and I know there have been some videos out there. Fuke Google too. See what I did there?
Yeah.
Thor is no longer a name to Marvel, but a title.
True.
Yeah, that's
true. I want to say real quick
what
Cole McGrath said. I actually don't mind the change to the inscription itself. It's the reason behind the change. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't really care that they made it. I already assumed it meant women too. But, you know, it's because of why they're changing it. It's just like, it's unnecessary. Anyway, I am very handy. Not handsy, handy.
Handsy.
YouTube can be handsy, but I'm mostly handy.
YouTube didn't alert me. Yeah, why is YouTube not alerting people? Come on.
You must have used the wrong words.
I used the wrong words. I said the wrong, it's because we said the V word.
Said the V word.
We said the V word. Which V word are you thinking of?
Vic.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Okay.
Honest, that's what I was thinking. Okay, so Oni Press promised inclusive comics. Then, amid chaos, it shut out marginalized employees. We talked about this, the Oni Press Lion Forge merger. Neither one of these companies doing terribly well in a really god-awful, terrible comic book industry. So they had to merge to survive. Lion Forge, some of their books were selling under 1,000 copies in the direct market.
And you know when mergers happen, there are redundancies. That's what they call them. Redundancies where people are in the same position. So they have to eliminate one of them. That is normal. Normally when two companies merge, some people will get, gone because they're the same job as somebody else. And they have to decide who they keep and who they don't. This has nothing to do about, if you're a marginalized person or not. This is about redundancies. And I'm sure they kept marginalized people as well.
Yeah, it was about... I mean, here's the problem. The problem is Lion Forge Comics didn't sell... Lion Forge Comics didn't sell for shit. That's why they had to merge with Oni. And Oni was actually in better condition of the two companies.
Right.
And that's not saying much because most of Oni's books didn't sell well. They were kind of coasting off Scott Pilgrim.
They were the king of the crap. Anyway, go ahead.
So greetings, everyone.
Hello.
This is a very long article. We're not going to read all of it. But yeah, we talked about it before. There are going to be redundancies. You've got some people out there complaining. These are the same people who would love to see the comic book industry unionize. And there's not enough left of the comic book industry to unionize.
Yeah, run by the one person from Portland who would decide who do you think is going to be allowed in the union and who's not. I mean, let's be honest here. We're going to unionize it for our people. That's what would happen.
Yeah.
Thor, you should go with me. Bet on a winner.
Go lift, Matthew. Get those biceps pumped, man. Get them pumped.
Yes, have fun.
Nobody called Oni Press on cultural appropriation. Yeah, so they've had some people that were pretty butthurt that they got let go, but this happens. This happens at every company, right? When there's this kind of a thing goes on, and this goes on and on.
Ooh, it's shoulder day.
It's shoulder day?
He said this is shoulders day.
Oh, shoulders today. Okay, I need to get back.
He needs to get back to the gym too.
I do need to get back to the gym.
He messed his back up again. Anyway, go ahead.
I did. If I don't go to the gym, my back it kills me. I've got chronic nerve pain. It sucks.
Tall guy problems. Anyway, go ahead.
Tall guy problems. So, yeah, they're they're going through internal communications reviewed by the Daily Beast, including text, emails, and chat transcripts. This is crazy.
For what reason?
To basically call Oni Press a bunch of terrible people is what's
well, then here's what Oni Press can do: fire the lot of them and just hire new people, or keep their own people from Oni. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. They're talking about how they had to crowdfund money for medical rehab costs. That's everybody at every job anymore. I mean, there really is no job security in comics, especially you work for a comic book publisher, you've got no job security. I mean, the comic book industry is dying. It is dying in real time. We're watching it die.
Sadly.
So I'll put a link out here.
You're so boring today.
No, I'm not being boring.
Yes, you are.
It's sad news. Comics are dying.
I like this one. Geeky
Thor's
Sparkle,
a chick.
the God Slayer of the Netflix She-Ra. Not even Thanos can snap her out of existence. Cannot snap her out of existence. That's right.
Yeah,
Take
first live
that.
stream. Oh man, and you came to a depression cast.
Came to this one and Neon's being really
I'm
like,
not trying to be blah blah blah.
I don't know what his problem
we
is.
have 400 people on.
Oh great! He chooses the day we have 400 people on to be like, "Hey man, I'm
not trying to be. I'm just very hot.
I think comics are going to rise again. I think the comics are going to rise in a different way. I think they're going to evolve, and we see it already with what's going on with the crowdfunding and all that.
Yeah,
it's evolving. It's demand by consumer demand, which is what they don't want to hear.
Yeah, and that's actually exciting because I did a video the other day on Vampirella doing 130,000 in sales, and that's from Dynamite, which is they were kind of on the same level as IDW, but they're gonna blow past IDW because IDW just blows now. IDW is like hemorrhaging money, and in this market, you can still do that if you give people what they want. And you see these crowdfunding campaigns are going for hundreds of thousands of dollars. If you give people what they want, and you're not a dick, you can actually make a living doing comics.
Right.
But banking on a publisher anymore, I think, is just stupid.
But for some reason, though, it seems like, they can't understand this. It's like, it's like these movies, too, and these people that attack the fans. It's like, it couldn't be that my personal thing sucks. It's all you guys' fault. It's just...
Nia needs a glass of wine. No, I'm actually not bored. Well, actually, I don't know. This
I know, that's what I'm saying. Okay, it's not just me, right?
Oh,
he
man.
sounds bored and he sounds annoyed. Am I
hot.
right?
I'm very hot.
Okay, it is hot in here, but,
Tank Fair art, thank you. And you've got a little fish.
Well, take off your shirt because no one can see it anyway.
Whoa! Where'd that red come from? C. Baker, so many great comic stories, so little time. I'm a real late bloomer. I really dislike all the PC social justice nonsense.
Yes,
though.
And you're right. We all agree with you.
You did not have to do that.
Yes.
Yeah, so, no, I just, now I need to go buy a bottle of wine and get happy. No, I get depressed because I look at, the comic book industry is right now, like, you're watching it eat itself. It's like just eating itself.
I'm sorry, I'm hot. They're going strip, so you can take your shirt off. They can't see you. I won't tell.
But I'm self-conscious because I haven't been to the gym in a month, and
well, you're in front of me, not them.
Yeah, but I've got man boobs now. They were pecs, now they've deflated.
I've got women boobs.
You're allowed to.
Anyway,
you're allowed to.
It is hot in here.
Take your damn clothes off. Get happy and just take your clothes off.
We could tell you all that we're doing that and you wouldn't even know. Tall guy strip. I mean, yeah, okay, he's a guy. He will not take his shirt off in public ever at any point in time. If anybody possibly can see him.
I'm a never nude.
He's a never nude.
I'm a never nude. No, I don't know. I'm always it's so weird. Like even when I was really buff at one point. Even when I was really buff, I wouldn't take my shirt off because I always got annoyed by guys that took their shirts off. And because a lot of guys that take their shirts off should not take their shirts off. But even guys who can take their shirts off, I'm like, dude, you're just showing off.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of gross. I don't want to see your nipples, So I just always felt like even though at one point I had the body for it, I didn't do it because I didn't want to gross people out like that.
I don't even know what to say to this. I can't follow this up.
Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
I can't. I don't go out without my clothes on because I'm a woman and they frown upon that. And I'm also very pasty white and I burn very easily. So this time of year would be a bad idea for me to go out. Literally, I have burn marks on my feet when I was outside for less than 5 minutes because I took the dog out. I'm one of those people that you look at the sun and my skin cries.
Wow.
Go ahead.
Austin D 1995. Thank you. Didn't have to do that. Keep up the good work. I've been sub for a year. Thank you. And thank you again to C. Baker for sponsoring this episode.
Thank you.
Of Clownfish
Clownfish
TV Depression Cast. No,
thank you. You didn't have to do that.
I actually do wear a shirt when I swim.
He does. I do too, but that's because I get burned. I want to say real quick, Robert says, I backed 2 great comics on Indiegogo, Flying Fortress about a bombing raid that ends up in medieval Austria, and Iron Skies about a steampunk airship. Hey, I like the steampunk airship because our comic we do has a steampunk airship.
We're bringing it back.
So we're bringing steampunk back. Yeah, that's what we're trying for. We're trying. Now everybody's take their clothes off.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. This is getting demonetized for sure.
Yes, the Cursor Redhead. I am constantly getting cooked. I wish I was pale. I mean, I am pale. I'm very pale. But right now I have freckles up my arms and my redheads, with the freckles. I have that. So I'm either white or freckled. That's my 2 colors. Or red if I get burned. Anyway.
Oh my God, now everybody's taking their clothes. What the hell happened? Oh my God. How do we... Oh my God, this podcast is so sad. Let's all just get naked and talk about comic books. Like, what the hell did we do?
I am very pale. I can't help
What
it.
the hell did we do?
I'm just very, I'm definitely a redhead. I got the complexion to match. Anyway.
New Hordak needs to have, now, Peter Samedi invited us on tomorrow if we want to go on his podcast with his, I call it a podcast. It's freaking YouTube. A show.
Yes.
I'll talk about Scholastic.
Oh, I'm reading some of these. Clownfish. New Hordak will get a figure release from Mattel. Yeah, we were joking about that earlier. You know what? I'm going to grab some of these only because I'm going to just to show you guys what they look like so you guys don't have to buy them if you don't want to. I love steampunk and airships. Yes, you should. Well, actually, you can check out our comic online if you go to, is it up right now? Yeah, it's still up. Shadowbinders.com.
Yeah, but it's not been updated in a while. We're building a new site for it.
Oh, I have tons of freckles.
I'm at your webcam turn on. God, no. God, no.
We don't actually have one in here right now.
No, we don't. Girl Genius. Yeah, we actually know them. They're pretty good people. Yeah, we know who they are,
yes.
Yeah.
But yes.
Star Wars strip. It's a horny clownfish. Oh, my God. What the hell?
All I said was that Kneon should take his shirt off if he's hot. Yeah, our comic is it's like the pitch for ours is it's steampunk fantasy romantic comedy. A girl from our world inherits a magic ring that transports her to a steampunk fantasy world where she meets an arrogant, self-centered mage and his crew aboard his airship, and hilarity ensues. So and
nobody gets naked. Nobody gets naked.
No, even though he does get a hold of her bra, and that's a funny section of the comic. I don't want to send you pictures of my feet.
Okay, this is got weird. This got really weird. Stop.
The comic website. Can you link it on there?
Yeah.
It's shadowbinders.com.
Yeah, it has not been updated in a while. We're rebuilding the website. Okay, so
anyway, we're going back to what we're supposed to be talking about.
The comic book industry. The comic book industry is in the shitter right now, and it's good to see that some people are doing very well at comics. We want to get back into comics. We talked before about like what would Clownfish comics be like? Like what would we do with
we were thinking about that. What could we do with a brand of comics called Clownfish Comics? And we would try to focus on stories that, would make you feel like the 80s and 90s stories again.
Not superheroes. We wouldn't do superheroes.
Yeah, we don't want to do superheroes.
Yeah, we don't want to do superheroes.
But we're like somebody has, who else is into feet? Kneon. That doesn't don't use that as a reason to send him pictures of feet though.
Wait, what? Let's change the subject. This got really freaking weird. Do you want to talk about Ray?
Oh, that just killed the mood.
Everybody was getting all hot and bothered and getting naked. Then we talked about Ray.
Everybody's like, oh,
because
man.
The Last Jedi is the least horniest.
I'm not gonna strip. I never said I was. I said if Neon's hot, he can take his shirt off because there's no camera on and he's a guy and it's allowed. That's all I said.
Do I know about Tug's? Yeah,
that's all I said.
I knew Tug did a comic. We're talking about Tug's comic, right. Not Tug Comics. Because that might be something totally different. Anyway, Star Wars, they spilled the plot, I guess, at a diner, and J.J. Abrams just like blabbed the whole plot. And this is what we talk about. There's no Star Wars news.
Oh, I saw this earlier. Apparently, he was telling her what happened, but he was saying it at full volume at a cafe, and she's like, "Everybody can hear us, but he changed the story anyway." She said. So if you happen to be in that cafe, you didn't.
You're out of luck.
Yeah,
it was a fake leak. Like
so trolled.
Yeah. So
no one's taking pants off. Dang it!
Oh my God,
guys, my pants are staying on. My clothes are staying on.
For now. Till we start talking about Star Wars, and then you're getting all hot and bothered, aren't you?
No, man.
They call it After Dark. God. Okay, so there's really not a lot of Star Wars news. Like, all the news is non-news. Like, that's what we call it. That's what we found yesterday. We found that article about, it's gotten so bad that Nerdist is like, what's the hottest, horniest Star Wars out there?
Why would you even think that was something to talk about? I mean, when you're trying to think of a story to do, that's not the first thing that comes to my mind. Is it? I mean... That tells me a lot about these people.
Jezebel was the writer was getting turned on by Attack of the Clones
when she was 11.
That's what
she said.
That is too much information.
Yeah,
for me. Like, too much information. So we're not really doing a lot of Star Wars news because we don't really give a shit.
You're just like, and then this article. I'm not gonna go into it because it goes on forever. It is like the article never ends. I swear to God, they get paid by the word. It's just one of those articles.
What are all these emojis on our screen of pants and boots and pants and boots and pants?
And genocide.
No, don't say that word. You'll get demonetized. The little YouTube bot will come in and take all our money away. So basically,
this person writes an article, right, about fandom. And they're talking about the community that grows out of a piece of media. how it dominates
piece of media. I thought you said piece of meat.
No, piece of media. It dominates pop culture, and it's not something. Fandom is not simply being a fan of something. Fandom is performing being a fan by creating transformative works, collecting knowledge, cosplaying, attending conventions, and ever increasingly being vocal online. And it's like, for some people, it's great for finding communities. And they're talking about the interplay between fandom and creators can cause a dangerous downward spiral.
Dun, dun,
which
dun.
I don't agree with. I mean, I don't disagree with. I don't disagree with that point. However, the examples they keep bringing up in this article all lead to one side. And guess which side that is. So they talk about they have to go on here about Kelly Marie Tran. And they're talking about the
Captain
trolls,
Marvel.
Captain Marvel and the trolls. Of course, those people are what the cause of all the bad things are. Never mind that media outlets like IO9 deliberately write articles to try to call people names and to upset fans. Certain fans aren't in agreement with them, and that doesn't happen. It is all just the shitty fans who do this, and then they go on about that. And then their example though. We're talking about the harassment that follows Captain Marvel, along with the bitter infighting among vocal or big name fans, is what turns fandoms toxic. At this point, toxic is almost a term of art, but it's truly the right word to describe fans so invested in a particular property that they act out to save or defend it, tainting the whole thing for everyone else. Says these people write these articles calling people names like trolls and stuff because they don't agree with their opinions. So then we go down here and they talk about. I love when they switch it over to talk about what the artists. Where is it at? It goes, I'm going down here. Blah 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 blah.
Steven, God, how many?
Blah blah. I told you, like she must get paid by the word. I'm talking about Kelly Marie Tran and all that BS. Because they always bring that example up. But then they said, I heard Galaxy's Edge is absolutely dead in regards to traffic going in and out. Is that true? I'm hearing it's busy.
But not as busy
as they expected. Anyway, there's been a lot of debate about what to do with art when the artist behaves badly. You're like, okay, cool. So you're going to bring up people like Chuck Wendig and stuff like that. No. The link between an artist and their art is clear, especially when they're still alive. They benefit both directly and indirectly from you paying for their work. And it goes on and on. But they talk about, that's even a clear connection between toxic creator and toxic fandom. Artists who behave unacceptably, even criminally bad, can still find success. So basically, they don't bring up people that actually have, gone after people like, Ryan Johnson and Chuck Wendig and stuff like that who actually attack the fan base. No. We bring up people like Logan Paul and PewDiePie. Because
it's always PewDiePie's fault.
No, but I'm saying
always PewDiePie's fault.
They're clearly blaming one quote unquote side, and they're going to keep blaming what I think is toxic males, and they're going to keep blaming it the whole way through the article. There is no acceptance of their own problems and their own fuel they put on the fire. No. It's always those people, whether it be on the fandom side or the creator side. It's always those people, never them. They're completely innocent. They did nothing. It's never them. It's always the white guys. I mean, that's basically what the whole article. Blah, 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 blah. It's their fault. Blah, 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 blah. It's their fault.
So they're basically all pro.
I know. I agree with Logan.
Network.
He is kind of a.
So get this, right? Get this. So this is like
Mark Way, exactly.
Yeah, them backing the studios. Ultimately, studios and networks are the ones with the power in this relationship, and that's where the responsibility has to rest. They're cashing in on fandom, relying on it to decide what to make and sell to investors that there's a built-in audience for. They're using it to marketing to hide the majority of people have rejected the work. They're ones using social media and fan service to send fans into a frenzy, so they're also the ones who have to stand up to bad behavior. If the fandom is going to become the brand, they have a responsibility not to concede to the worst demands of a toxic minority.
Well, that's not what's going on. What's going on is these people keep getting the brands with a built-in audience, and then they effing ruin it and change it and make it unrecognizable. And then people were like, wait, whoa, back up the bus here. This isn't how it is. It is a toxic vocal minority. How dare you? You misogynist, alt-right Nazi, troll, man baby, incel. You insert your insult there, anywhere you would like to.
Stick your incel...
Your insult.
In the hole of your choosing.
It's insult, not... Why you say insult?
Oh, I thought you said insult.
No, I said insult.
I thought you said insult.
Oh, I did not.
How many times did they say incel in this article?
I don't know, but they didn't say insult. But I'm just saying...
I need to do a control F and think.
They didn't say it, but I'm just saying it's like this whole article was a load of shit. Because it was basically like... they started out with a relatively, good argument that sometimes fandoms and creators can cause toxic.
They heard incel.
I said No, I didn't say that. I said that was one of the things I gave as an example, and then I said insert insult here. So what I'm saying is it started out with a relatively, okay, this might not be so bad. I agree. I have written a similar article myself about how media actually perpetuates the problem. And then it goes on to blame all the problem on one certain type of what they consider a certain type of person. No matter what angle you look at, it's always their fault. It's never people like her and their fault.
Well, like this is how they end it. Studios and networks have to learn the difference between real criticism and disingenuous complaints.
No, because real criticism, if they're saying it, it's disingenuous complaints if you're white and male.
They have to actually learn how fandom operates instead of just feeding it and letting toxic elements dictate their actions. The only good thing to come from the James Gunn debacle is the hope that some lesson along those lines has been learned at the highest levels. That's out of 14,000 words. That is her takeaway, is the James Gunn.
Her takeaway, basically, it's always certain type of people's fault, no matter which side it's on.
Toxic fandom's fault.
And it's never because people like IO9 perpetuate it, which you do, or it's not like because you guys, some of these creators like Mark Waid, Ryan Johnson, Chuck Wendig, etc., start deliberately trying to troll people and start fights because they do. No, it's all because people who don't like Star Wars and Captain Marvel have caused all the problems everywhere. And PewDiePie, because it's always PewDiePie.
It's always PewDiePie.
So, there you go.
All the toxic man babies and PewDiePie.
So, anyway.
Nazis.
That's that article.
Nazis everywhere.
Then ties into the other thing I want to talk about, which I think a lot of people are here for, which was the...
Well, this does tie into it. Because, ironically, Bounding Into Comics and the Mary Sue agree. Harassing a 7-year-old is bad.
Which I agree with, too. It's a 7-year-old. Hell no.
However, they have a totally different takeaway. The Mary Sue believes it's the toxic man babies who were harassing Lexi Rabe, who played Tony Stark's daughter in Endgame. And she's real cute. And they think it's, look, the world of comic book fans is toxic, to say the least. Oh, Texican,
I think.
Thank you very much. You didn't have to do that.
And then real quick, someone wanted to know what incel means.
I don't even know what incel means. It means somebody who can't get laid. Is what I thought, but then it's like a whole nother thing.
I don't even know.
I'm not an incel.
It's just another word they use because they have to make fun of people for some reason and call them any name they can think of.
Yeah, so the Mary Sue's like, stop harassing her.
Well, I agree. You should stop harassing her.
But
there's two different reasons what you're hearing. Involuntary celibate, that's right.
Yeah, two different sides of the story here. So this poor kid's being harassed. And yeah, I agree. Maybe at 7, you shouldn't be on the internet. But that's not the point. But they're saying, look, the world of comic book fans is toxic, to say the least. Uh-oh, Mary Sue. You have to navigate the same way you'd navigate a minefield. 7-year-old actress shouldn't have to go on Instagram, post a video asking people to stop bullying her and her family. She's a child.
Well, I agree. She shouldn't have to be asked. Her mom shouldn't be having to ask people to stop bullying her kid. I mean, that's the truth. I do agree with that.
But there seems to be two different takeaways here as to who.
Notice that there was no actual evidence. Was there any actual clips showing that these toxic comic book people?
No, but there's actually.
That's what I'm saying. But on this article, they have actual evidence.
Yeah. So MovieWeb is saying now there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of proof here, but they're basically saying that what started this, and I'm just going by what they're saying.
This is of course what they're saying,
This is what they're saying, is that she's being harassed because they're afraid this cute little 7-year-old is going to be Ironheart in the MCU, and that they're not going to cast Riri Williams, that they're going to actually use Tony Stark's daughter, which...
They haven't even said anything about this with the MCU to even start this, have
No,
they?
Robert Downey Jr. said he would like to see... I think he said he'd like to see Ironheart in
That's about
the MCU. But I have to tell you, it would make infinitely more sense for his daughter to take over as an Iron person than to have another person come in. Of course, it became a thing about race because, we can't have her be Ironheart. We have to have Riri Williams become Ironheart. That's what my understanding is what kicked this off. So the people that the Mary Sue are blaming, the toxic man babies, aren't actually the ones doing the harassing. It appears to be the pro Riri Williams who have people who have been doing the harassing.
Yeah, and I agree. 7-year-olds shouldn't be on, but I guess because her being a celebrity, there are sometimes they will allow that because it's a celebrity account. But
usually the parents manage it.
but
yeah, you want Morgan Stark to take Tony's. Now, Morgan Stark, if I remember correctly, my memory's foggy. Morgan Stark in the comics was actually like Tony Stark's cousin, wasn't his daughter in the comics. So, there really isn't a precedent to go by. But, I'm just saying, if they're going to bring Ironheart to the MCU, it would make the most sense to fast forward about 10 years and have the daughter play. I'm just saying.
Because she was running around with the helmet for her mom and stuff. So, I'm just... they're just having a fit about that. That's what it all boils down to. That.
Well, they're not saying she's going to play Riri Williams. They're saying that they're afraid, people apparently are afraid that they're going to replace, if they bring Riri Williams to the MCU, they won't bring Riri, they will just use Morgan Stark, even though she's 7.
I mean, Ironheart.
Ironheart,
yeah. If they bring Ironheart in, they're afraid they're going to put Morgan Stark in instead of Riri Williams. That's what he's trying to say, but he's not saying very effectively.
Right. So, they're just really upset that Morgan Stark is gonna kill any chance for Riri Williams to come to the MCU, and they're preemptively, as I understand it, preemptively going on the offensive and harassing this kid. I don't exactly know. I'm just going by what these articles are saying. So
anyway, that's what this whole thing's about. That's why you harass a 7-year-old.
Right. So, but the Mary Sue, their spin on it is it's the toxic comic book fans.
Right.
The toxic comic book fans are the ones that are harassing.
Well, there are some toxic comic book fans harassing. It's just not the people they're making it up.
Not the ones they're. Oh, I turned myself on.
That was his phone he was referring to.
That was.
I better clarify.
Yeah. So, this will be really interesting. This will be really interesting to watch. But yeah, it's never good to harass kids. But I do think that, personally, I think kids that young should not be on social media.
It's a hard thing. Kids that young, the parents are supposed to watch out for them and stuff. And I'm not blaming the mom. They get busy. They have to do what they have to do. But it is like she's 7.
Yeah.
People shouldn't be bullying her, but she also really shouldn't be online in a social media account. So...
Yeah, well, that's a good point. They don't bitch about Brie Larson being Captain Marvel instead of Monica Rambeau. Monica Rambeau was...
That's a good point, yeah.
Captain Marvel when I was a kid. She was the leader of the Avengers when I started reading Avengers comics.
Yeah, someone said I thought it was about her not signing autographs. That's what I thought it was originally, too. And then it went into this, and then it depends on who you ask.
Yeah, so...
Because the way her mom described it, it was about the autographs. This is what I thought it was, too. But now they're all turning it into this whole thing. So, the answer is, who the hell knows? They're all going to turn it into what they want to turn it into, which is, all my point is, stop harassing a 7-year-old.
Okay, so which is worse? Okay, they're harassing a 7-year-old. These blogs are using a 7-year-old to make a point.
I wouldn't even let you use her picture or anything on ours, because I said, I do not want anything like that on our feature image or anything, because I'm not going to use her like that. She's 7 and she doesn't need that shit. Yeah. And that's what I said. Is that not what I said?
That's what you said. So Robert said...
I'm a mom and I'm a teacher, and I'm like, oh, hell no.
So Robert says, yeah, I have to agree with the Mary Sue. I actually, I thought the Mary Sue and I thought Bounding in the Comics were actually saying the same thing. I'm like, God, mark this on your calendars because this never happens. I think everybody can agree that harassing a child is the shittiest of the shitty things.
It is.
To do. But again, what's behind the bullying is...
It depends who you ask.
Depends on who you ask. And I'll be honest, I haven't looked into it enough to be able to tell you, what is actually going on. I think when you're in a movie of that caliber and you have your social media out there, that you're going to have crazy people come out. And,
that's just it. The reason we don't we have our kids on sometimes, but mostly is just Squid King, and because he's older, is because you don't know what kind of harassment they're going to get. And we have to watch out for that, and that's why as parents, we don't put our kids out there a whole lot. We even on our channel we had for our kids to do stuff, we actually had the comments turned off for a while, or had to go through and we had to make sure we saw the comments so that we were making sure that people weren't just making fun of our kids or saying mean things to them, because as a parent you have to watch it. So it's a hard thing. I can understand why she has one because of her status, but I also I can see why maybe it wouldn't have been a good idea. As a mom and a teacher, I'm like, no matter what the hell your reasoning is, you don't harass a 7-year-old. If she doesn't want to sign autographs, she's 7.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't think it's cool to use her either way, because I'm seeing people use it to be like, let's both sides are basically using this
I know,
kid
it's not right.
as a blunt instrument to attack the other side.
How many of your students watch you? Well, actually, I
don't
don't.
think anybody knows you do this.
No, actually, I don't do it full time anymore. I did for a while teaching art, but I don't now. I was subbing and stuff here and there too after I didn't do it full time anymore. But now we're just so busy all the time. I don't even do that anymore. But my degree is teaching. I've worked as a teacher. I work with kids. I am K through 12, so I've worked through all age levels. And we have kids and they have friends and things. So I'm around kids all the time. And as a mom and a teacher, I'm just like, oh hell no, don't mess with the kids.
Yeah, I think kids should be off limits. Definitely.
He's flipping my shirt because I'm hot.
Okay, so what else we got here? What is
I don't
this?
know.
Mouse Guard movie, and that's about it. I think that's all I got. Oh my god, that's all I got.
Well, good, because you've been going for a long time.
I know, we have been going for a long time.
At least you perked up. At least he perked up.
I did perk up a little bit. It's
He did perk up.
It's because I stripped down.
He did not. He's lying.
didn't.
He wouldn't. He's too afraid. Somehow you might see him, even though I don't know how you'd see him.
Well, we got windows.
Well, they're staying outside your window.
Hey, I don't know.
We've got problems.
I don't know. We got 40,000 people watching now. I have no idea. Not right now, but watching the channel. So, I don't know. I don't know. But we're going to do, speaking of 40,000, we're going to do a 40,000 subscriber special. We're going to try to get some B-list celebrities.
We are? I don't know what we're doing. This is all news to me.
Yeah, we're going to do a big musical number. And
okay.
No, we're not.
Okay, a musical number could be fun. I'll do a musical number. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, you think that, then again, people tried to dox Tug's family. Remember?
Yes.
Yeah, this is why it's scary. I mean, it's even the P.O. box. We were kind of leery about getting a P.O. box because we heard about what happened to other YouTube. Yellow Flash. Somebody sent a cell phone to him to track because he took it back to his house.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's crazy. We open our mail at the post office.
Yeah, we do actually.
Before we bring it home, just so you know. You guys doing a musical number would be hilarious and scary. It would be, especially if we weren't wearing clothing.
I'm not doing that.
It would be frightening and probably
musical number. Yes. Well,
40K waxing.
Well, now we'll have to work on this musical number. That sounds like fun.
Oh, the phone died. Oh, that's
even funnier.
That's even funnier. Like, I'm gonna get that Yellow Flash, and then by the time he gets it, the phone died.
Because you have to figure it has to go in the mail. How many days?
How many days? Like, my phone battery only lasts a couple hours, right? So that's cool.
You got the money in Neon's wallet.
Well, thank you everybody for coming in. Nice to see all of you too. We don't live stream as much as we used to. We probably should, but then
if you want to see Neon in a much funnier video, check out the Star Wars video from yesterday. But be warned, it's we're taking on the article about how all the Star Wars movies should be rated by their horniness. So
yeah.
You can go watch that.
Again, it's been a slow news week. It's a slow Star Wars news week when that's what Nerdist and Jezebel are writing about. Like, which Star Wars movies make you hot and bothered. That's what they're writing about. Like, there's nothing else to write about. Oh, and go see the movie because you have to. And drink your Ovaltine.
I was trying to make it through that video, and I kept laughing so hard I couldn't breathe. So anyway, we should make a brushable comic. That's right, with hair. We should put have it flocked or have hair on the front so you can actually brush it.
Brushable comic. That'd be kind of fun, actually. That'd be like that.
No one's done it, I don't think. Well, no, someone's probably done it.
I don't know, because Squid King, when he was little, he had that Care Bear.
I'm talking about comics, not
I know,
books.
but it had the little Care Bear puppets on it, and now he's gonna be all embarrassed. But he was really little.
He was like 3.
Yeah, I know.
So I mean,
It
anyway,
was cute though. He loved that book. But they had brushable hair.
They did, but they weren't a comic book.
Okay, but we should do brushable hair. I've seen comics with bullet holes in them.
You should do a comic. It's like the sexiest. With your comic, you advertise your comic. It's like featuring the sexiest character alive, and it's a mirror paper.
Oh my God, you are the sexy. You are the sexiest.
That's what I'm saying.
Sexy,
you get the comic. It's like featured the sexiest character alive, and it's a mirror. And then it's kind of like those books they could get where you can put your kid in them. You send them your kid's picture and name, and they stick your kid in the book, or the video. Except it's like every page is a mirror where the superhero or whatever's face is. It's the sexiest character alive.
Oh my God, that'd be funny. Twitch allowing subscribe-only streams. I'm actually not sure what's going on with that, but we're gonna do. If you subscribe to the channel, we're gonna eventually. It's probably gonna be after next week because we're gonna be busy next week. But we're gonna do the subscriber only, once a month live stream.
I'm a little afraid. Have you seen the Godzilla Mothra fan art? No, I haven't. And now I am afraid to look. So.
She lays eggs. I'm just putting that out there because if it gets really weird, she lays eggs.
Okay. Anyway, we're gonna wrap this up because it's
and
really
Shin
hot.
Godzilla has babies out of his tail. Humans. It's because Evangelion is weird.
It's really warm in here, so we need to. Don't you guys agree? Yes, Jabba is so hot. That's hot.
Fellatio. Is that a new member of the Horde there, Hordak? Fellatior.
Well, when you consider who's making
Leech.
the noise.
It's Leech's new.
Leech's new name.
It's Leech's new name, Fellatior. There we go, Fellatior. Oh my god, that'd be the best.
Okay. Anyway.
All right, so we're gonna wrap this one up. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for the super chats. It's appreciated. Sorry, I've been down. I'm not trying to be down. It's just been a really long week, man. We gotta get back on that. We gotta figure out. We gotta power up Clownfish TV. I'm not sure what we're gonna do next. We're not really sure what we're gonna do next.
You sound a little depressed again. Anyway.
No, I don't. It's because my clothes are on. Just take care of that.
We gotta turn the air conditioner on, guys. It's so hot. We'll see you later.
So we'll see you guys later. Thank
Bye.
you. Goodbye. It's amazing.